Okay, it's time, everyone. I say everyone, but there's only one person here. Man, those sheepgoats are tricky when it comes to sacrifices. Welcome, everyone, to the Black Jacket Podcast. Episode, what are we on? 5?
18.
That too. It's just me and Brody today. It's just me and Brody.
We're doing it in pairs now.
Right, both Gabie and Joey are dead again.
We're going to be really concerned when it's like me, Gabby, and Joey, and then you're not here.
Right. What are you guys going to talk about?
I don't know.
You have no start for that conversation whatsoever.
It's gonna be nothing about video games.
Right.
It's gonna be 100% about cars and how you can match them to Disney princesses. And I wouldn't know what to say.
You'll have plenty to say because Joey will start off by talking about his truck, and then Gabby will start off talking about how she hates Toy Story, and then you'll start off by getting mad at both of them. Gabby for not liking Toy Story, and then Joey for not being on track. It's just a comedy of errors.
And then Joey would be like, on track? I was on a tractor the other day.
No, on track for the conversation, Joey. That's what we meant.
What? Tractors? I didn't know you had tractors for conversations.
Did he ever tell you he bought Farming Simulator 2015 for the Xbox One?
Why? Is that like $20?
I don't remember how much he told me, but yeah, probably like $25.
Oh my gosh. Did he have fun with it?
He says he's like the most fun he's ever had with a video game ever, aside from Destiny, which we'll get into.
Oh, he liked it? He refused to tell me.
So yeah, Brody, today's podcast, all about Destiny and the Taken King. Because the Taken King came out last Tuesday, and we both downloaded it. And Joey got Destiny and the Taken King as like a bundle thing. Mm-hmm. And I say bundle, and I do that.
That's the bundle.
The bundle.
That's the Activision grabbing the balls again.
Right.
That's the bundle.
The audience can't see, but I hope they can visualize what we're doing. So we all bought it the day it came out. And we must eat our words. Whatever negative comment we said about Destiny in the second podcast, we have to now like just force them down our throats.
All right, this game is excellent now.
Oh god, it was okay before. It was addicting before, but now it's just.
Don't give me a quest or a sword. Right. Don't do that. It's gonna go down.
Right. I feel like we can openly discuss this because it's been a week now, and I'm sure everybody in the world has already bought the Taken King. First, we should go through our stories of what we did. I gave a little bit of background in another video we did that you took the day off from work just to play this game.
I did.
How did that go?
Well, I liked it. Like, I was eating through cinematics, and I'm level 40 now, I guess. I got... the one thing that aggravated me was I got this legendary helmet, right?
Right.
And then I started getting rare things that were more powerful than it. Just pissed me off. And I know you can infuse them, right? You can make them more powerful and stuff. But it was almost like even the perks suck on the thing.
Right.
And I don't even like the way it looks. So I'm sitting there having to delete a legendary helmet for some rare ones.
Right.
And then I have like, it was like 56 strange coins saved up for Xur. Because I was like, I'm going to get that void helmet. Because it's so cool because it's got the little, like, it's the regular helmet thing, and then, like, it's got right here, and then it's just flowing purple. Cool. And then I spent, let's see, they had only the arms for the hunter at the time, but they had the engrams for helmets.
Okay. So
I bought 3 of those.
Oh, just to be safe.
And I got 2 titans and 1 warlock. It gets worse because now they have this thing you can buy from Xur where every time you kill a named ultra,
right,
you can take this consumable and it has a chance of dropping an exotic.
Okay.
So I get 2 exotic helmets.
Okay.
Dropped. right. Freak it out here. Okay. The same Titan helmet in the same Warlock helmet I get. And the worst part is, it's upgraded year 1 helmets. It was like the obsidian mine and the one that had, I think it's the disco looking one.
Yeah.
Oh man. So mad.
Zer's probably talking to his buddies, going like, dudes, watch this. Oh, you're Engrams. Yes. I can get. And it looks like it's Titan. But it's okay. Go down to the planet, fight this dude. It'll give you a hunter helmet. I'm pretty sure.
Like he's in spoken words with the Cryptarch.
Right.
Master Arul. So mad, man.
Screw them both. So you know life the campaign. Yes. You beat the entire thing.
Well, I beat the main Taken King
storyline.
Okay. I mean, there's still the Taken Wars I haven't done.
Right.
And that's what I'm on now.
Right. I do things in sort of like a what I suppose should be the story, how the story should go. Uh-huh. So like I'll do 1 or 2 missions from the actual main DLC of the Taken King, and then I'll do the Taken War missions. And I was having a little trouble. I know we just kind of solved it, but I was having a little trouble because I couldn't get a fire team for the rest of them. But You've showed me the error of my ways. All I have to do is lame it out on some planet somewhere, and a fire team will show up.
Right.
Oh, man. So Joey got Destiny, and he got the Taken King. He says he loves it.
He should.
Yeah, he should. He says it's one of the best things ever. Aside from Farming Simulator, obviously.
Listen, I want to go there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go to his house and just look at his character. Because I'm almost, certain that he'll be, a level 1 and all he does is ride a sparrow around. This is the best game ever. You can shoot in this game?
He just runs over people. But you can't even run over them. You kind of push them out of the way, and they'll all of a sudden do that thing from Skyrim where you get hit by a giant and you fly into the air. So, the Taken King. One of the things that we made fun of the last time was the developer saying that one of the greatest things about this DLC was the cinematics of the game. I thought that was entirely laughable because no game ever advertises for their cinematics ever.
Right, it's just
Insinuated.
insinuated.
It's just, you should just know that if you say, okay, the graphics are great, you should just automatically assume, well, the cinematics should be great too.
Right.
No one has ever gone, hey dudes, look at these cinematics, they're awesome. I was totally blown away by the intro to the Taken King.
Oh yeah, with the queen.
Yes.
Blown up with her brother.
Right.
I feel like they're gonna bring him back.
Me too. They're important somehow.
Because even in this, I feel like they didn't really do much.
No, I didn't feel like they got totally developed characters. They were kind of like those.
Even the send-off was bad.
Right. I don't feel like they were totally developed characters. You only speak to them briefly in the main mission, the main campaign, where you show up and say, hey, I need to find the Black Garden, and then you leave, and you come back and say, here's the Vex head, give me a key to the Black Garden.
Right.
And then you leave. There's nothing really else known about them. So to see them die in the opening is kind of, I don't know if it's underwhelming, I just don't think it was appropriate, I guess.
Frustrating.
Let's see, what else happened in the... I will say this. I like the importance that are given to the 3 main guys in the tower. You have the Titan leader, Savala. You have the Hunter leader, Cade. And the Warlock leader, which I can never remember her name.
Ikora?
Is that her?
Ikora. It's Ikora.
I think it's Ikora.
Yeah.
So, and I like that they are developed characters now. I do like that.
I do. It's funny that we're talking about our favorite cinematics.
Right.
My favorite cinematic has to be the cinematic with all the characters gather around in the championship hall, the Guardian Hall, and they're all talking. Because they never do that in the main.
No, they don't do that.
Never see them.
They never interact.
Would just stand there.
Right.
They even have Eris come in and just throw the thing in the middle of it.
Right, and Cade's like, get your rock off my map. It's so great. Cade has become one of my favorite characters ever.
He was my favorite. Like I run a Titan, a Warlock, and Hunter, and he's just always been funny because he's always like have a good day, Guardian.
Right.
Take me with you.
I like the idea that in this universe you have sort of the champions of each class, and they're sort of I compare them to like the headmasters of each house in Hogwarts.
Right.
So I know it's kind of a nerdy comparison, but that's what they remind me of, and they are responsible for every person of your class.
Right.
And it's like having a homeroom teacher. It's a neat idea that they're actual they interact with each other. So that's one of the greatest things about that, probably.
Is there anything that you haven't liked so far?
You know my answer, because it's probably your answer too. Do you want to say it?
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I miss Dinklebot.
Oh man,
I miss Dinklebot so much. Okay, first let's start off by saying, Nolan North isn't too bad.
I mean, I like him.
He's fine.
I've grown to like him.
Yeah, he's fine. But I do feel like there are certain lines that he doesn't deliver correctly. There were just certain things that are just underwhelming to hear him say. For instance, and I really only focused on this line because there's an Achievement Hunter video where they have to get an engram or something, whatever, from the game. And one of the guys, he doesn't work there anymore, but one of the guys, Ray, chose to do the mission where you first meet the Hive on the moon. You find the dead guard. Right, and he just says it over and over again because that's how Peter Dinklage says it. Is "We've awoken the Hive." Less stupid than what I say it. But when I had to redo it for one of the bounties, because you get 3 bounties, one to do each of the main story missions on Earth, the Moon, and Venus. There, you get to that part, and all of a sudden you hear Nolan North go, "We've awoken the Hive." I'm like, what? What? No, that's not right. That's not right. It's just weird. Certain parts where he should be funny, and certain parts where he should show a different emotion, he doesn't. Like when the chick, I don't know her name yet. The mysterious guardian or whatever.
Stranger.
Yeah, the stranger, whatever her name is. Do we learn it?
No. Call her the stranger.
Okay. Well, when she's calling him Little Light in the library on Venus,
right? And
then you try to do this. Your character tries to do the same thing. Peter Dinklage delivers it with such a very coy sort of annoyance. He's like, "Don't call me that." But Nolan North's like very deadpan, very sort of bland. Like there's no comedy whatsoever. I've compared it to, I don't know if you're gonna know who this is. Maybe other people will know. But do you know who Guy Seehee is? Have you ever heard that name?
Mm-mm.
He does the original voice for James in Silent Hill 2, which you can hear if you watch the video. Not saying that you have.
Are you persuading me? Or
no, both maybe.
Brody, watch our videos.
Right, both maybe. You can sort of hear that sort of blandness. It's just so I've often said while playing the game, it's Nolan North giving his best Guy Seehee impression. It's just so underwhelming in certain places.
There are some aspects that I do like. I like when you go to patrol the Cosmodrome, right?
Right.
And he's like, what does he say? I can't remember exactly. He's like, the ruins of a lost civilization or something like that. And he goes, Do you think we'll take it back one day? And he just delivers it. I think he delivers it perfectly because it's like concernment and everything.
Right. I will admit, I do like that they give him more lines.
Right.
They give your ghost a lot more options for the same situation. Like when you go to patrol missions, I've gone to the patrols on both on Earth and on Venus at least 3 times each, and I haven't heard the same thing each time. Where with Peter Dinklage, I would go to the Earth and almost with certainty, every time I'd boot it up, I would hear, what does he say? Time to see what we can find or whatever, and he would do that every single time.
Right.
Occasionally, I would get a different line. So I do like that they recorded more lines with Nolan North, so that it's more diversity.
Yeah. Along with that, like there's one line where he you won't have it because it's a PlayStation exclusive strike, and it's the saber, and basically it's like at the end of it you're fighting every type of shanks. Like,
Okay.
You know how they got the sniper shanks, the exploding shanks, and all those type of shanks.
Yeah, the tank.
And then the rapid fire ones, right?
Yeah.
And then there's one big one, and that's the boss. And after you kill it, he's like, is that what I need? A bigger shell or something like that.
Oh.
He's like, and then he's like when you're like going through the halls of, because you're going through Rasputin.
Okay.
Remember him?
Yes.
It's
the
really,
one line.
y'all are so unlucky because it's a beautiful place that they made out of that. And
I've been there a couple times.
yeah, but like this just really shows it off, and there's like, it's just great.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, look at these shanks have like such a great home, and he's like, I live in your backpack.
He doesn't even live there. He's just So, if you want to get into a theory about how the ghost and all of your weapons sort of fit,
It's because they're made out of light.
right? It's what I assume is on a molecular level. They're all made out of the same element, which you can conjure up. So it's basically like magic. And you sort of just, what I assume is the engrams are like blueprints that are given to you, and you kind of just store them in your subconscious.
Right.
And so when you need a gun, you just conjure up that gun. The same thing with your ghost. He only exists when you need him, but you can constantly hear him in your head, just like you can hear like Cortana in the Halo series.
So does that make it like the Cryptarch is like deciphering the blueprints so you can understand them?
Probably. You know what it is? They're probably like all jumbled up. They're probably just collections of light that you absorb. He
deciphers them?
Right, that you absorb, and then you bring it to him, and he just kind of puts them into place.
All right.
So that's my theory for that. It's all the Matrix. we are the one. So Brody, favorite thing so far about Taken King?
The sword. Is that sad? Cade 6 and the sword. That's.
I'm not there yet, so I don't understand what you mean by the sword.
Okay, well, see, I don't want to spoil anything for you because you haven't fully completed the story. I like boss fights. Boss fights are now fulfilling. They took out the thing where you kill the boss, he dies, he drops probably like an ether seed or something.
Yeah.
And then you go to the screen and then you get the stuff.
Right.
Now he drops them.
Yes.
So it's like fulfilling now.
That's very nice. They do that for, I think, most enemies now.
Yeah.
Is depending on the level, you'll have like a lot of stuff.
Right.
Which is actually really useful if, let's say, you have a gun that you really like, but you want to get a certain upgrade for it. You don't have a certain number of materials.
Right.
Just go to a patrol mission and just start walking around and blasting everything, because the chances are you will get enough material, enough like other stuff.
Yeah.
To just...
I feel like they've increased the drop rate significantly.
That's what it seems like to me, is they've totally increased it. Which I guess in some respects is nice, because it makes you work harder for the ones that you want.
Well, yeah, and it's like they... they completely changed up the game now, because it used to be everybody's trying to get Icebreaker. everybody's trying to get Gallahorn.
Gallahorn, right.
But now it's more like you find a weapon that you really like, and then you can upgrade the shit out of it.
Right.
So like even if you even if it starts out low, and you still like it, the way it shoots, the way it performs, the perks and everything, you can upgrade it all the way to like the 280. I think is the highest.
I don't know for weapon damage.
I think it's like for non-exotics it's 280.
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't gone to that point. See, I'm 2 levels below you, level 38. So I've yet to actually you saw, because we were playing this a little bit before we started the podcast. You saw I have like 2 cloaks, some boots, and like 2 guns that I can't use right now because they're all level 40.
Right.
But the thing, I'm really finicky about this. I'm so paranoid when it comes to things you buy from the shop and stuff. Because I always see that timer that the shop will refresh in a certain...
28 minutes.
Right.
I can wait.
Right. But see, the thing is, I don't want to. Because just in case, with my luck, it'll be gone. And I'll get something worse. So... I don't know if you saw the exact number, but I have over 23,000 glimmer. So I just go, when I see something, I just buy it. I don't care if I'm 3 levels below. I'll get there.
I should be doing that, honestly. Like, I got so many things in the vault of, like, all the hive things that drop and stuff.
Right.
Because I can't give them to the Crypt Dark because I already have too much money.
There's your next patch for this game. Raise the money limits.
Well, I was watching, it was Game Informer, I think. They interviewed Luke Smith and the other guy. Nobody cares anything but Luke Smith. Luke Smith and Deej.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just Luke Smith.
Just Luke Smith. Deej, to me, sorry to get off on a tangent, but Deej, to me, like, every time I see him do something, I feel like he doesn't know what he's doing at all. Just don't feel like he knows at all what he's doing. Like, he just sits there and he's like, yeah, and then you're going to do this. And he's like, oh, wait, give me a second. Yeah, this.
Just quickly looks at Game Informer.
He's like, he pulls out the strategy guide,
right.
Like a mini pocket Bible.
The pocket edition.
Shanks don't have vulnerable spots. Fuck. So Shanks don't have vulnerable spots, so I'm just going to shoot him.
Right.
And then he dies.
And he dies. There you go. Woo! I love that. Because, okay, so audience, I have the strategy guide for Destiny. And it's just for the basics. It's for your standard missions and stuff. There's no DLCs in it. It just covers the sort of basic information. One of the parts of the strategy guide is it gives short descriptions on each of the enemies. And under the Shank description, it says they have no weaknesses whatsoever. Every other enemy has a short little paragraph about their weaknesses, except the Shanks.
No known weaknesses.
No known weaknesses. It's like getting a legendary Pokemon. It's like, we're trying to find a weak spot. You can't. You can't. So obviously the what was it? The way to beat that is just shoot it.
Right.
Just shoot it a bunch of times. I love how the thing the strategy guide does is it gives another like paragraph and a half about just to say that one line. Like, you can just sum it up by saying, you don't need the paragraph and a half. Just shoot it a bunch of times and you'll get there.
The worst part is the strategy guide makes it seem like this thing is crazy powerful. No weaknesses. You go and you put 2 bullets on it.
Right. Or if you've got a hand cannon like mine, just gone.
Don't even think about it.
Right. Just don't even a second thought. Like that drag we killed.
I didn't know you could do that.
Right. It was so funny. Brody and I are in the game and are in Destiny, and Brody's looking at all my stuff because we're trying to do some management on my inventory, and we're getting shot from the side by one of those dregs, and it's one of those things where it's like a fly just trying to go and buzz near your face, and so Brody just goes out of the menu and shoots him once with my hand cannon just to stop it. It's the most pathetic thing you could have ever witnessed. Just that poor Drag. He's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna kill this guardian. I'm gonna get a commendation. My girlfriend's not gonna leave me. I'm gonna get a nice palace. Gone. The blink of an eye. And then Brody adds insult to injury, walks up, shoots him in the head, and the head explodes.
I didn't know the head explodes once it's dead. That was so amazing to me.
I love how Bungie seeks to incorporate elements of their other games into this game. Dregs to me are grunts from Halo. Just they can pose a threat in great numbers, or if you have higher level dregs, because I know some of them can actually get the yellow bars and stuff.
So even when the yellow bars, they're not that powerful.
No,
but like in Halo, do they have like sometimes where it's like a boss and then them?
They
because those can be like
in Halo, what will happen is you'll see this when we actually play the game.
Yeah,
because I want you to play it before Halo 5 comes out because you're excited for that. Have you seen the trailer? The teaser?
I've seen somewhat. Like I've seen both versions of the thing with Master Chief and the statue of him. He's like John or Locke, or is his name John Locke?
Yeah, Locke.
Who's John Locke? That's a scientist or a philosopher or something.
John is the Master Chief's name.
Oh.
Agent Locke is the guy who's tracking him down.
Alright, well here we go. So
combine them. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's what they were going for. John Locke. Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere.
And no, can't find it.
Nope. We tried.
Oh, but yeah, it was like I used to look up to you and stuff like that. And then the Master Chief's one's like, I was framed and my mother doesn't love me. Stuff like that.
How would he know? How would he know?
Because there was other children made. I don't know the story. I haven't played it yet.
How would the Master Chief doesn't know who his mother is, or at least he shouldn't. He shouldn't really remember because this is sort of the background of how you get Spartans. Dr. Halsey is sort of like the chick who found the blueprints from this ancient alien civilization for creating super soldiers.
All right, yeah, Mass Effect. Right,
and maybe that's another joke. Master Chief, Mass Effect. No. And she has to kidnap them when they're 6, and she replaces them with a clone of them.
So Master Chief isn't the real person?
No, he is. There's just a clone in his place. At home. A clone of him. Which is kind of weird because they took like...
So there's a clone... There's literally a clone of him living the life that he would have had?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
He's like 50 years old now.
Where is this in Destiny?
This.
How come I just like get resurrected by a ghost and don't know what's happening?
Right. Somehow I'm an awoken even though I can't be.
Yeah, like
no, don't pay attention to it.
You've been dead since before the awoken.
Right.
But you're an awoken.
Right? you wake up, you have purple skin. What the hell?
I was an exo before this.
Which I want to point. That brings up 2 points. First, let me say that I find it funny how they actually acknowledge resurrections in the Taken King. Like there's a scene where I think you're on the dreadnought. About to face off against whatever you need to face off against. And Savala's talking to your ghost, and he says, "Stand by for resurrection." And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
that's a thing?
Yeah.
That's actually a thing?
Isn't that when it's the subclass mission, right?
Yeah, one of the... Oh, no, it's, Oh, you're going... Oh, it might be when you're getting Cade's stealth drive. Oh, shoot, I can't remember now. But anyway, that line is in there, and I found it so funny how they acknowledge the fact that I can die, but my ghost will just bring me back to life. So there must be a difference between, like, dying and then dying.
Right. It's like I think they mentioned it's like when they go to a dead guardian, right?
Yeah.
The one that's actually dead.
Yeah.
They always refer to his light being gone.
Right.
And
I assume
that's
what. Yeah. I assume there must be something like a pattern or whatever in your light that if you were to die physically, your ghost can just scan the pattern and you'll be reconstructed. Because I mean, the ghost can die too.
Right.
Which is the thing is, I think you can live without your ghost. Like your ghost can die and you can still survive, but I don't think the ghost can survive long after you die.
But that doesn't make sense either because the ghost literally says that he's been
in the beginning
searching for you.
Oh yeah, this is another thing I wanted to This is another thing I wanted to point out.
I really think they just really didn't want to have anything to do with that first mission.
Right.
That explains anything.
Right.
So like, just please don't remember it.
Right. Please, just here's an explanation. It's whatever. I don't know, but I like that intro because it's kind of sad that it goes from that to the Queen's death, but I like that intro. It makes me feel like there's a special connection between your ghost and you.
Right.
Because he has that whole spiel about, I've been, what was it? After the collapse, or even before that, I can't remember. It's either during or after the collapse. The ghosts it was after, because he talks about how there weren't ghosts before. Mm-hmm. The traveler went silent. And he says all these other ghosts went off in search of their guardians and they all found one, but I had to keep searching and searching. Mm-hmm. And I finally found you centuries later. Which actually is kind of surprising that, well, no. It's kind of one of those weird things where you try to place how far the civilization should be after a certain calamity. Right. Which, I mean, they basically say that almost the entire human race is wiped out. And a bunch of other stuff happened. Plus, the last city is huge. Like you can only see it from the tower. Right. But in perspective, the last city is huge.
Yeah, it's big.
So I would reckon that's centuries of work there. Mm-hmm. But I like that story that he's been searching for you. I'm like, oh.
And then
buddy.
I like how they further the connection and moments like you don't even pay attention to at the time. It's like when you enter the Cosmodrome, there's another thing he says, and I know I keep going back to that, but he goes, this place brings back memories. Right. I'm so happy that I found you.
That I found you.
And they're like, oh, man. Oh. Non-Dinklebot.
Non-Dinklebot. That line would have been better with Dinklebot, but...
I don't think it would have. I think the best thing I think that is a good change from Peter Dinklage to Nolan North, and it's only for this one reason. Is because I didn't feel any connection other than just liking Peter Dinklage to the ghost.
Oh, okay.
Because
so now you like the ghost itself.
Right.
Not okay. Well, I mean, when you don't like the actor, that kind of happens.
Well, I mean, I like Peter Dinklage a lot.
Or not I mean Nolan North.
I love Nolan North too. But I love Uncharted. I love the guy that rapes Ellie, almost. Just kidding. I like the story though.
That's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
He was a cool character. I'm sorry. you never played The Last of Us?
No, I haven't. I heard it's overrated.
It depends who you talk to. James from Funhouse would tell you that. Don't ever play it.
Well, yeah, I take everything that someone says with a grain of salt. It's just it's multiple sources from like different people. For instance, I watched Watch Mojo, and they did a top 10 list for overrated games, and that was one of them. It was pretty high up too. But yeah, then I hear James, and then you've got like the Achievement Hunter guys like Gus from Rooster Teeth.
Right.
Loves that game.
Yeah. I'm excited. They actually accidentally linked information about the second one. Oh. The guy, he was having a conversation from Naughty Dog. Not to get off topic, but
that's all right.
He was like, when he was talking, when he was referring to The Last of Us, he said, yeah, and the first Last of Us, And then after that, he was like, "Oh shit! Did
Wow,
I say it like that? Why would I say it like that?"
that's weird. I mean,
what
am I talking about? The only last one. No, you already said it. So no, going back to the ghost. Yeah, I like. I think he also remarks when you're in the Cosmodrome. I think he also says something like, "This is our first sort of like mission together" or whatever.
Right.
I like. I wish they could somehow combine Nolan North and Peter Dinklage.
Right.
I feel like Peter Dinklage has the sort of humor that I want, and is able to give that sort of. He's able to do like surprise and worry and sort of sarcastic sort of like banter with your character very well, whereas Nolan North isn't. But on the flip side of that, Nolan North's really good at delivering the sentimental, the compassionate, the concern aspects of your ghost.
Yeah.
So I wish they could just mash them together, because then you would have the perfect. But I feel for the lines that were given for Peter Dinklage in the original missions were made for Peter Dinklage. So Nolan North will obviously kind of struggle with delivering those lines in a way that they need to be delivered. But the Taken King's lines are all Nolan North's.
Right.
So it's obvious. Obviously, he's going to do those spot on.
Right.
So, which is really, that's what matters. Because I feel, and I know it's not technically, it's still a DLC, but I feel that the Taken King is what is like as close to a sequel as you can get for a game without it being a sequel. From the opening to the callbacks to the original missions to just the scale of importance of your mission.
Like, see, it just aggravates me. You haven't rated or anything. But like when you go back to the Vault of Glass and you go into that place where the I can't remember what his name was, but you have to go back there, and I think the House of Wolves, but you have to go back there in the Taken King, and it's just like memories, and you're just shooting things.
Right, with your new bow.
Yeah.
God, I love that thing.
Oh man, it's tethering and then exploding.
Right. It's so awesome. It's so cool. I can't wait to try it out in multiplayer matches. It's gonna be so crazy.
Like, I've seen some gameplay of like somebody actually like getting the like tethering effect of it. Not the actual shot itself, but like it really slows them down.
Yeah,
like,
it's
so bad, and they're gonna get wrecked.
I've seen it. I just like the perks of it. And it's one of those things where it works so well with the game mechanics. Like, you can get tethers just often enough to where it doesn't feel like this thing is useless. Like, well, why do I even have this? But it's not so often to where it becomes overpowered. The gameplay balances out with the game mechanics very well.
What I like about it is essentially it's a support class, because hunters don't have a support class.
No, they don't.
But it's very easy to play with it not as a support class.
Yes, you can very easily go on the attack.
I mean, virtually, you're. I guess you could say you're supporting yourself, because what you're going to do is you're going to shoot it, tether them, and then you're going to shoot them off, and then they're going to explode.
Right.
And that's your thing. And
yeah. It works. Like each of the classes has a thing that works so well with another class. For instance, the tethering is great. So great. I've seen it on gameplay videos. It's so great with a Titan's ground pound. Because if you have a Titan behind you, just tethering like 3 guys in a circle, and then the Titan will jump over you right into the middle, and boom, there you go. The 3 guys done.
Wow.
I've seen it before, and it looks so great. And then of course I haven't tried out the other ones, but the other abilities look awesome too for the Titans and his hammer. And the Warlock just has sort of like a spell, doesn't he?
It's like you can compare it to a witch,
okay,
or the wizard, where it does the thing and then all the orbs come out.
Yeah,
I think it's really powerful. I don't. See, the problem with me is I haven't got to play any of them yet because I'm so attached to the hunter right now.
Right.
Hunter's always been my number one class.
Yeah.
So
because the hunter for me, that's what I play in every game. That's just how I play.
see,
My friends are the ones that will go in and do all the sort of the heavy lifting. I'm the one who hangs back and sort of strategizes and plays the long range character, and then I keep something like a shotgun handy if I need to get in there.
Right.
So.
see, I'm not like that. Most games I play would probably be the tank Titan, basically. Every game I love is basically you playing as a Titan, like God of War, hack and slash Titan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So, like, I don't know what came over me. It's just I've grown to love the hunter because you really can, like, get the best of both the Titan and the hunter with the hunter.
Right. I feel that's mostly because of the weapons you can get.
Right.
I think the weapons make a whole bunch of difference. Like, for instance, you can have sort of like hunter-esque sort of weapons, which would be like a hand cannon, a sniper rifle, and a machine gun. But then if you get something like, especially now with the Night Stalker, if you get something like switch out your machine gun for a rocket launcher, switch out your sniper rifle for a shotgun, and you switch out your hand cannon for an auto rifle, all of a sudden your Night Stalker ability acts as sort of your hunter class, but your weapons reflect a Titan class.
Right. And I just love it so
It
much.
wrecks.
But see, I have a warlock, right?
Right.
And that one gets, it's like the redheaded stepchild, basically. Nobody
The ginger of the family.
It's the ginger.
Careful, it'll suck your soul out.
But like, I think the hardest thing is has to be being a hunter and trying to go to a warlock, or being a warlock and trying to go to a hunter.
Why?
Because it's just it's different.
Is it?
It's hard to explain. The jumping abilities are different.
Really?
Unless you have blink.
See, I would have thought every character should have the basic double jump.
Well, they do, but the thing is, the warlock does you jump and then you kind of just hover.
Oh, I see.
And then you don't have fall damage.
Oh, okay.
Like when you're gliding down, you don't fall damage.
Okay. Well, I do know that actually, now that I say that, Golden Gun, you have a triple jump.
Right.
If you have the Golden Gun equipped.
And then you can actually, I don't know, I just like that the best. I don't like blink. Never, I tried doing blink.
Mm.
I used blink in tight set. Like I used to do nightfalls all the time.
Mm.
And the invis with it, and then going through, and then like last second blinking just to get out of there.
Right.
Like after you revive your teammate, it's a good combination. But I mean, I don't know. It's just nothing I want to stick with. You know.
Right.
I don't even like the Blade Dancer subclass. Great subclass, but I don't want to stick with that.
No.
I think this new one is probably my favorite.
The Night Stalker.
Yeah.
I could never get into Blade Dancer. I tried because you told me it was great, and I like some of the abilities, but in all honesty, it's just not my sort of style.
See, I feel like
if
you're not gonna play with other people, don't go Blade Dancer.
Right. And that was the thing. For competitive stuff, it was great, but for like when I'm on my own on a mission, Golden Gun is way better.
Right.
Oh boy, I find it so funny. We were talking so much crap about this game, and then the week goes by, this comes out, and now for the last 45 minutes we've been singing its praises.
All right.
Isn't that funny how the game does that?
Well, I mean, they really improved it.
They did.
I'm proud of them.
Just to wrap up a little bit about about my thing about the sequel is, I know I mentioned it feels right. Like it makes you feel like what you played as the main campaign for the game. It makes that feel like you're sort of I don't want to say coming of age story, but it's like it's your introduction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the making a name for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because now the Taken King opens up with the three higher ups in the tower sending you on a mission. So like it makes you feel like, yeah, they noticed. You know, my hard work didn't go unnoticed. I killed Tavekis Prime. I did that, stupid floating eyeball. That's not even the worst one. The worst, I think, boss in that first game is probably the Cabal one. The huge one with the minigun. I don't know his name.
Oh, man. Cerberus.
Torok or whatever.
Yeah,
something.
something. I can't remember what it is.
7.
They updated that. He's not a bullet sponge anymore.
Really? Great. That was probably the worst thing about that whole experience.
Honestly, I really enjoy the strikes now because they made it where they're not time consuming.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not. I mean, they kind of knock down the crazy sponginess of all of them.
Yeah.
And they're
just so improved.
If you can get a strike done in 20 minutes. That was unheard of in year 1.
Right.
If you did the really annoying one with the 3 things on Mars. God, what are they called? They're like in the computer system. And you have to get them out, and then you got to kill all 3 of them.
I don't know. Don't remember.
Anyway, that took forever because they had you went in, you had to go through 3 rooms, and then you had to go to a room where everything was locked up, and then you had to kill like 2-3 waves of enemies, and then in each room that you basically went into, you had to kill a mini boss. And it took forever, and then at the end, you had to kill 3 bosses.
Wow!
All in the same little area.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
It was annoying.
See, the thing is people will obviously say, because if you're describing that to anyone who doesn't have that game, they're obviously going to say, well, isn't that dumb, making it shorter? Honestly, that sounds like a good principle.
Right.
Because you want your game, especially something like a strike, which is just like a sort of side mission, you want it to be just the right length to feel like it's worth doing.
Right.
Because if it's too long, you're always going to run into that thing of, oh god, I don't want to do this right now.
And what you'll really notice is when you finally get like deep into it, especially when you're doing like the higher parts of the Taken Wars, it's like they switched them. The story missions are that tough, kind of longer thing, and then the strikes are the shorter, which is how it should have been the whole time.
Yeah, that's how it should have been. That's because Brody. Are you ready? Dun 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 dun. Here's the icing on the cake, because that right there makes a game worth it.
Right.
Bringing it back. And that's basically the whole feeling of the game now. Is now I feel like what I paid for is what I got.
Right. And it only took $100 and something.
$140. Well, no, because I bought the legendary edition of the Taken King, so mine was $60, not $40.
All right, let me do the math here. $60 for the original game.
Right.
$30 for the DLCs because I bought them together. $40 for the Taken King.
Right.
So for that,
$110.
$130, right?
No, sorry, $130. I was right.
$130, and then rebuying the game.
All right, because you sold it.
Which is another $30. That's $160. Yeah, $160
right.
On Destiny.
That's even with me, because $60 for the game. I bought $20 and $20 for the 2 DLCs because I bought them after the special. So that's $100 right there, and then $60 for the Taken King. So $160. And somehow I feel like it's worth it. Somehow they roped me in. Final thoughts? Anything?
They can keep this up for the next ones.
Yeah.
I'll be down with a 10-year game plan.
I'm down with it.
If they can keep this up and improve on it.
Right.
Especially since they've already kind of stated that it's basically going to be a game launch. And then kind of that comment. Like the Taken King's the the middle ground for the game.
Right.
And it highly improved. So if they keep doing that, I could stick with it.
Yeah. You got us, Bungie. You got us on board. Two of probably your toughest critics right here. You did it. You finally did it. My only thing probably be I still wish I had Dinklebot, but that's okay. I'll get along with Nolan North as long as he doesn't do anything stupid. Taken King's great. Speaking directly to you, the audience, if you don't have the Taken King or if you don't have Destiny, I'd recommend buying it. It's fantastic. It's because you can get it now.
$60. Everything.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
For everything.
Yep. You get it.
Oh my God! Hop in your cars right now, people. Go to the nearest GameStop and buy that crap. Oh man, that's a good deal.
That's what Joey got. They got everything. $60.
Even the House of Wolves and the Dark Below.
Comes with all of it.
Wow.
Makes
so Joey's the smartest one of us all.
Makes us look like losers.
Does make us look like losers. And on that note, this has been Black Jacket Game. Sorry, my brain's dead. It was all that cherry Coke we were drinking. It's been Black Jacket. You're still drinking it.
We're not sponsored.
No, we're not sponsored at all. Coke is life.
If you're listening.
Coke is love. This has been the Black Jacket Podcast episode, whatever, 18, 5.
11, D7.
Shut up!
That was beautiful.
We'll see you next time, everybody.